Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and it's time for a fun collaboration 2524 Candy Cane Lane, hosted by Dawn at Shabby Meets Bling, Monica at Up All Night DIY, and Annie at Crafting with Indie Annie Jones. I have a fun project for this one today. I am going to be doing a variation on the busted canvas. We are going to be putting together a Christmas card, and it's going to be a busted card. So come along, let's see if I can get this done. For this card, I am going to be working with our Christmas Cheer collection, which was our collection that came out in 2023. If you're not aware, we still have both the papers and the mats still available from this collection, and that's primarily what I'm going to be working with for this card. I have two of our mats that I'm going to be using, and these are both 4x6 mats. The first one is the one with the stockings were hung with care, and I have the tag on the other side, but I went ahead and cut it right in half so we could use this part on the front of our card. And then the second mat I have is this one that has the Merry Christmas on it with the stocking on the other half, and it said Merry Christmas on the back. But we're just going to be using the Merry Christmas part. And I guess, you know what? This almost looks like we could put our stocking and our, even if you want to put this other part of the stockings together later, you could as a nice addition to any scrapbook page. But first things first, we are going to center our stockings were hung with care onto our card front here. And I'm going to use my tape runner for this. Let's see here. This is going to require a little bit of math. What are we doing? About 3/4 of an inch. Flip my ruler over. So here's about 3/4. Where's my center? So half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. I'm going 3/4 in, and this is my zero centering ruler here. It definitely helps me get things lined up a bit more evenly. So this is 3/4 in, but I feel like it's a little bit too far on this side, so we might actually need to go closer to a half. Let's see if we move this over, what it does for us. No, that's not quite. So I think we're going to be right in between the two here. And, well, if I can get it straight here. There we go. That looks better. We definitely have our top and bottom even. It's just a matter of double checking this side here. So 4 1/4, half of 4 1/4 is 2 1/8. So let's check this, make sure we're straight. And all right, there we go. I mean, it's nice to be precise if you can. We have that zero centering ruler, and it's always good to make use of it. Now, what I'm going to do first things first here is I'm going to grab my microtip scissors, and I'm going to also grab my 13 by 13 cutting mat, because we're essentially going to use our scissors to slice through our paper here, and we just kind of want to make a nice, ooh, maybe not X. Okay, so I want to bring the paper a little bit there, but you know what, that's okay. We're going to go with it. At least we got a nice start, and these scissors are sharp. So just go ahead and cut it on a diagonal. We're going to go ahead and cut this on a diagonal here as well. Once you get it started, it's super easy to just go ahead making your cuts, and you can go off a little bit as well if you want. One of the things I did in my other busted paper wreath project is I actually used one of our custom cutting system blades and our circles, and that kind of made it a little bit more uneven. But essentially you want to leave about a 1/2 inch all the way around. And the paper I picked was this darker Christmas tree paper. It does have the white paper with the Christmas trees on the back as well. So when you choose your paper to use for your card, you do need to like both sides of it because you will see both sides of it. And I also want my glue pen as well. So you're definitely going to need the paper. The paper I cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is your standard card front size. We're going to flip this over. I'm going to add a little bit of tape around kind of close to the edge here. And then I'm also going to secure the corners, which is something that I've been doing with a lot of my cards because I am trying not to make flappy cards. You know, when you give a person a card, you don't want them to be pulling the paper up from the card front. So the repositionable tape just helps to secure that a little bit more. And now we're going to put this down on here and just line it up as best you can. Use gravity to help you along here. And I'm already sticking a bit. There we go. Get that to come over here. Just a hair. I've got just a little bit of white space showing down here. There we go. Okay. So now we have this so far. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and start pulling back. And we're actually going to curl these. We can actually curl them under. I'm going to add just a little glue dot both to the actual card as well as to the, well, I guess we just need to add it to this part that we're gluing down here. Let's just put a little dot here and we're going to go ahead and curl it under because we kind of still want it to fit in an envelope. I mean, you might have somebody that you can actually give this to, because you might have actually somebody that you just want to hand this card to, but you also might want to mail it. And in order to fit it in the envelope, we need to make sure that our curls stay within the parameter of our card. So this one we're going to go just, we don't have to curl completely because I think if we just add our little glue dot, we can still put it so where it'll fit within the range of the card. And I just dropped a glue dot on my mat. Well, that's okay. Thankfully, it rubs right off. My glue pen is, oops, flowing a little bit more than it normally does. So let me grab and you can use your baby wipes that you have on hand for this as well. You do need to hold it for just a moment to make sure it stays. And you can also use your repositionable tape as well, but I just thought this kind of gives us a little more freedom and a little bit less adhesive on the actual card. I'm going to curl this under on this side here as well. So let's put another dot up here. Stick this over here. Let's fold this under. Pull that one down. I'm going to actually get my multi-purpose tool for this one. And I'm just going to go ahead and go around and get all these stuck down and speed it up so that way you all don't have to watch me do each individual one. All right, so I've now gone ahead and folded up and around all of my pieces and went ahead and stuck them down. And you can see where we can see all of our words. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care. All of our stockings are peeping through our card here. And I did use my glue pen, which is our Precision Point adhesive. I will link this in the description box below this video, along with the links to our hosts and everything else related to this playlist. For the inside, I wanted to put our Merry Christmas because I thought this is just one of those cards where it's nice to have a little something extra. And I think I'm going to go ahead and stick it inside the left side of my card so that way you'll have plenty of space to write on the right hand side. But this is just one of those where I thought it was nice to have this little bit of an extra sentiment going on here. And in fact, I'm going to go up and over just a little bit with it as well so it's off center. And you can see my fold on my card is here. I'm definitely about a half inch, actually it's about a quarter of an inch on the top and about 3/8 on the side there. But we also had these little Santa embellishments that came with this collection. And I just thought, you can easily just use your paper and your mat and be done with that and wish somebody a very Merry Christmas with your little busted paper card. But I thought, you know what, let's add a little Santa inside and a little present. Partially because I had them, you might as well use what you have in your stash. And I also just thought it adds just a little bit of extra cuteness inside your card. It's a little bit unexpected. Not that the card front is expected either, but I just thought, you know what, here we go. Just give it a little something to wish somebody an extra Merry Christmas. So there you have it. What do y'all think of my little busted card here? Like I said, you could easily also use the repositionable tape to hold down your points, but with using the precision point adhesive, it takes a little bit longer because you do need to let it dry just a little bit. You can see I was having to hold it in place to let it get tacky. It didn't take that long. It's less than 30 seconds per point, but still in all, and some I curled under all the way, and some I just went ahead and placed the point directly down. But like I said, I wanted to stay within the card front just in case I wanted to put it into an envelope as well to mail to somebody. And granted, then it'll get crushed a little bit, but I think it'll still look pretty, even if it doesn't have as much of a flourish as it does here. I think the technique will still come across. All right, well, I wanted to come back on and thank our hosts once again, Dawn, Monica, and Annie, so much for hosting this playlist. I appreciate showing a little bit of a paper craft in amongst all of the other types of crafts that you're going to see on the playlist. I hope it gives you all some extra ideas of things you can do with your crafting for Christmas and beyond. Please make sure to go to the description box below this video. You will find links to all of our hosts as well as to the playlist and to my Creative Memories website. I am a Creative Memories advisor. So if you would like to pick up the Christmas Cheer collection, papers and mats to make your own busted card, along with a blank card, you will find a link to purchase those through my website. And I certainly would appreciate being your advisor if you don't already have one. Hit the thumbs up if you liked this project. And thank you to all my subscribers who keep joining me time and again as I go on not only my scrapbooking and card making journeys, but also a few paper crafting journeys along the way as well. Until next time.